Alright, this lesson deals with volume and surface area of composite figures. Volume and surface area of composite figures. You can turn one off. So, guys, a composite figure pretty much is what? A figure made up of what? Made up of two or more shapes. So you guys learned already how to solve for the volume and how to solve for a surface area of any type of shape. The only difference here, guys, it adds composite shape to it. So for instance, if we take a look at this picture here that I'll give you right now, let's say if I give you this here, and you guys can learn how to do this by doing just a regular parallelogram. Alright, this is a parallelogram. Notice what I'm going to do. I'll come down one here, and I'll go down three here. Alright, so I'm doing a different type of shape, and I'll go here, one down here, I'll go over one, I'll go over here a little bit this way, and here I'll make another parallelogram. I'll go down here, two, I'll go down here, two, I'll go over, and I'll go over here. This, I'll make a dotted line. Alright. Alright, and I go like this. So I have that type of shape. Alright. So in this type of shape, it looks kind of like steps, all right, as you walk on. I'm going to give you some dimensions now. This is 14 inches. This top part right here measures 10 inches. This part right here, 7 inches. (12 inches). 16 inches. So what you want to do here, guys, is this. You want to go ahead, and this is more about thinking outside the box. If we want to find the volume of it, we have to find the volume of both shapes. There's two prisms here. We just have to break the prisms into two parts. So I'm going to go ahead on this side. I'm going to break the prism in two parts. So the first prism, I messed up. That's the first prism here.
Oh, you cut it like.
The second prism, I'll start from here.
Are you good?
I just separated both prisms. So notice that this right here is the same thing as that. Alright? So now, if we want to find the volume of the composite figures, it is best to go ahead and practice this. I had some students tell me before that they can't draw. Okay, it's okay, but practice makes perfect. The more you do this, the more you understand it. So now we want to go ahead and label the dimensions of each one. Notice for the prisms, in order for you to find the volume of the prism, the volume is equal to what? Length times width times height. So we need three numbers here. So we're going to go ahead and get the numbers here. The height here is going to be what?
14.
I'll write 14 here. The height for this one will be what?
7.
I'll write 7 here. Now, this is the part that's a little tricky. What is this part right here?
10.
Very good. That is 10. Now, what is the part here then?
6.
You guys understood how you got the 6?
Yeah, 10 minus 16.
You said the whole length over here is 16 minus 10 should give you this here, which is what? 6. Now, we need this part right here.
12.
We got 12 here.
It's 12 for both sides.
And then this is also what?
12.
So we could easily get the volume. 14 times 10.
Oh, 140.
140. 140 times 12.
1,680. Yeah, I was right.
I did it like
1,680 cubic inch.
cubic inch.
But we're not done yet. What's 7 times 12?
Stop recording, please.
504?
Wait, you never recording?
It's recording.
Oh.
504. So, I'll go ahead and scroll down a little bit real quick.
So now we're finding the surface area?
Well, let's finish this off because we're still finding the volume here. When we combine these two numbers,
Oh, we're supposed to, 2,184.
2,184
The cubic inch.
cubic inch. Now, notice how easier it was to separate the two figures.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do the same thing now. We just did volume. We're going to go ahead and do surface area. Now, the surface area, it's a little bit tricky. All right. Now, remember something. Surface area, it just basically means what? It covers all the sides or surfaces, like you said. All right. And in order for you to find the surface area, the formula or the equation that will be used, the formula, is area is equal what? That's it. But we need to find how many faces it really has. All right. So we're going to take this. We're going to do the same thing over here. All right. This is going to be 1, 2. Don't worry about it. I'm going to scroll down right now, guys. All right. And this is 3 coming down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do the same thing here. This is going to be 1, 2. Well, that's what we're going to talk about right now. That's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. I was waiting for somebody to tell me that. Alright, so we have this here. Alright, but I need you guys to take a note of the picture over here. So, if we take a look at this picture here, alright, there's a piece here, to be more specific, from here to here, that we're not going to use this area here. This part right here, we're not going to count.
So shaded doesn't count.
The shaded part does not count. And this shaded part here will also not count. So that's the part that we have to be careful on because they're both attached. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
So we got to be careful with that part here. We're going to take the same approach though. So all I want you guys to do here is this. Are you guys listening? All I want you guys to do here is we're going to find the surface area of both figures combined. So we're going to get, I'm going to write here, look, I'm going to write big.
Oh wait, and then the first two, you make the bottom part.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and write big here. So the dimension of this one, you guys said was 10, 14, and this is 12. So I'll start off with the bigger one, okay? So this is the same thing as what? There's, how many sides do we have here? 6, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's just stick to the same thing. Because at the end, I want you guys to subtract.
But yeah, you would just subtract 16 times 12, right? Or
Well, we're going to see that right now. All right? So let's go ahead and do this. This is what? 14 times 10. 14 times 10. Because you have the front and the back, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the bottom and the top, which is what?
10 times
12. Good. 10 times 12. And then we have the sides, which is what? 12 times 12 times 14. 14 times 10 is what? 140, 140, 120, 120. 12 times 14? 144? No. 168. 168. Who could add all of these numbers up for me?
280.
336 on the bottom. 856.
He said 856. Can you guys confirm that for me?
280.
Wait, what was your answer?
856.
Yeah, I got that.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and write 856 square inches.
856.
All right. So we have 3 confirmed. Now let's get the smaller one. So I'm going to put small. Again, how many sides does the smaller one have?
6. Maybe 5.
6.
Oh wait.
7,
8.
6, and 12. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So again, we have the front and the back, right?
Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
7 and 6.
There's 5 sides.
Well, what I'm doing is this. What I'm doing at the end is I'm going to do the subtraction part. You're absolutely right. I'm not saying you're not. But if I keep it the same, like method, I don't want to deviate. I know what is it that I have to do, and at the end, that's what I'm going to do at the end, though. But you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're absolutely right. So 7 and 6, 7 times 6. Now, if we look at the bottom part here and the top part here is what? Very good. 6 times 12 and 6 times 12. And if we look at the sides, what do we have? 7 and what? 7 and 12, 7 and 12. 7 times 6 is what?
42.
6 times 12 is what? 72. And 7 times 12? Who could add all of these numbers up for me?
396.
What'd you get?
396.
396. Can you guys confirm?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Give me a second.
Yeah, 396.
So now, let's go ahead and add 856
396.
plus 396.
1,252.
1,250 what?
52.
Now, this is the part. We want to go ahead and calculate the areas that are shaded. Now, we got to calculate shaded areas, and you said it. The shaded areas on this side is going to be what? 7 times 12 plus, what about this side?
12 times 7.
The same thing. You guys understand that? Well, 7 times 12, you guys told me was 84. And 84, 80 plus 80 is what?
168.
Or 168. So at the end, I'll subtract this by 168.
1,184.
1,000.
1,084.
1,084 square inches. So this is going to be your final answer for surface area. So what I'd like to do, guys, now, I repeat, can you guys please listen up? This is not the only way of getting the answer. There's many ways of doing it. You guys expressed it, which is great. I'm not saying, again, this is not the only way of getting the answer. This is one way. We already discussed about the volume, and we already discussed about the surface area. So what I want you guys to do now